Look at my friends.
Do you need help? Come quickly. It sounds good. So when there are signs saying big moose danger, the question is it one really big moose in particular that's dangerous? Or is it multiple normal-sized moose that are dangerous? Hi, this is the start of a quite spontaneous trip, originating from basically just looking at the weather yesterday and seeing that it wasn't going to rain for 3 or 4 days. And I could not hold myself back from going north. So far I've already gone about 450 kilometers today, and there's more north to come. I left today about 2 o'clock, and I got here maybe about 8. And we'll see how far we get tomorrow. I'm pretty sure I'll get up quite early, or try to at least, and really ride all day. It's not the most stunning scenery I've ever seen or camped at, but it works. I've camped at a lot worse, and it's still beautiful. But what's always beautiful is the evening beer, especially when it's Norwegian Pilsner. Lyrvig. So I woke up to a fun surprise this morning. These 2 locks, I can't find the key for. I've spent the past 3 hours walking back and forth, looking through every single piece of clothing and every item I have with me, and they're gone. I haven't gone anywhere. I set up a tent and locked the bike. I think that pocket that I had in my jacket was open. They're in the general area, but I can't find them. I don't understand how I can fuck up this bad. But yeah, I've called the police station and they just opened. No one has found the key, but they said to come in an hour, and then maybe they can help me. They can help me cut the lock, potentially. Both locks. The question of where the keys went. And we have our culprits. I know you took the keys, Ducks. You have hidden them. You've taken my motorcycle keys. So, we're finally ready to leave. Like 5 hours later than I wanted to, but the bike is free. And we can leave this forsaken place of ducks stealing keys. Oh! So now I guess the plan is to head to Trondheim. And maybe get another bike lock. Goodbye, keys! So, onwards to Trondheim. We're about 4 hours from Trondheim. There's a motorcycle shop that I want to stop by and get another disc lock, since the fire department cut all of the locks that I have. They were really cool about it. It didn't cost anything. They even made a joke that as soon as they finished cutting the second lock, that they found the key right next to the bike. There was of course not any key right next to the bike, but they were funny guys anyway. So now we're going to Trondheim. It started to rain a little bit. We're in some small town. I don't know the name of it, but it's time to eat lunch. I've had these for lunch and dinner yesterday, but they're okay, so I don't mind. I forgot my spork in the dishwasher at home, so I was not able to make any real food. I discovered a pocket that I had not looked in this morning. And there were my keys. So I had them all along in my jacket, in a pocket that I could not remember was there. Yeah. At least I know that I can still open the car when I get home. But I still need to buy a new lock. So maybe it was about a 2,000 crown mistake instead of a 10,000 crown mistake. And it cost a few hours too. Happy and frustrated at the same time. I'm still glad to have them. It would have been nice to discover them this morning and just look in the pocket that I should have looked in, that I had them the entire time. The thing is that I felt through my jacket probably 10 times. My jacket and pants, I had them off. I was looking in between all of the different layers of fabric, feeling every single centimeter of them, and I could not find the keys. But they were there. They were there all along. Here we are in Trondheim, the second largest city in Norway, I believe, something like 200,000 people, right on the coast. A lot of oil industry based in the area. And 4 minutes from the motorcycle shop. Okay, we need to make a left here. So continuing north after this, there's not going to be any larger cities whatsoever. The next biggest city is Tromsø, and that's quite far north, and I don't think it's so big either, maybe like 60,000 people. So this will be the one and... oh shit, I missed the turn. This will be the only motorcycle gear buying opportunity there is. Should have taken that turn. Okay, this is interesting. Very expensive houses. It's always great having a motorcycle to go over speed bumps and not slow down. Goodbye, Trondheim. Thanks for the glove covers and the new lock that I could have avoided buying if I noticed the key was in my pocket the entire time this morning. But yeah, it was a good bike store. Now we head north to Resupply, where I can maybe buy some forks, maybe be able to eat some actual food that I brought with the forks. Should be good. I'm now the most north I have ever been. But will we ever get north of the speed cameras? Definitely some beautiful places to live. It's some roadworks that they have going on. More friends. There's been many places so far where they're building an entirely new road system. I wonder if that's part of the big project that's going to go along the west coast line. Maybe not, maybe it's something separate. Big stuff anyway. Is that a tunnel boring machine? No. No, that's just a tunnel. Okay, so now the store visit is done. 2 beers, a bag of nuts, and a Red Bull, and some forks. The forks are good. I almost forgot that, but we have forks today. So I'm going to try to find a camping spot in about the next 30 minutes. I don't know if it's going to be my own little private place, or if it's going to be a dedicated camping spot where you pay for a tent place. We'll have to see. It's probably the later, as I'm unfamiliar with this area, and I want to set up camp pretty soon. There was just a huge moose that was about to cross the road. I didn't get it on video, but yeah, it was up in the ditch, peeking its head out. Come, run me over, I'm a big moose. Mooses and motorcycles don't mix, or they mix together pretty well, like a big meat blender. And I don't want to be in a meat blender. My meat is not to be blended. Oh, I'm gonna miss this if this is the last day. If this is the last evening that's gonna be this nice, I'm gonna be sad. Even now, there's a long way home. I don't know how north we are, maybe 1,200 kilometers would be my guess from home. And yeah, just one full day in 10-degree weather when it's raining all day is just miserable. And I don't want to have to do that for 6 days in a row. Hello, friend. So what we're looking at here, I'm quite sure is a fjord that we're approaching the end of, and where I hope to find a camping spot. They have some real nice blue bridges here. See, and we're going this way. So we're down by the river. First real meal of the trip and a beer. Soon we'll see if we get swarmed by mosquitoes, but none yet. Asian curry. It's also quite cool to see how far the riverbed goes up. Some plants growing, but I'm assuming that the river floods all the way up where you see the rocks. Probably only in spring, when the snow melts. Very strange plants. They're kind of like ferns. River ferns. It's a big ass frog. Big motherfucking frog. Shit. I bet he can't see it. I was a little bit spontaneous this morning and then booked a 2-hour caving, 2-hour guided caving tour. 4 hours north, a little bit north of Mo I Rana, and we're supposed to be there half an hour before it starts. And if I drive constantly, Google Maps says I'll be there 20 minutes before we start. We will see how that goes. Not completely sure I'm gonna make it, but it will probably work. Nord-Norge! Woo, 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 woo! Officially in the north. We're now riding alongside the fjord that goes inland to Mo I Rana. You could see some glaciers up in the distance. Let's see. Yeah, up in the mountain tops. Some glaciers. We are now approaching the caves, very close. In like 1 kilometer, we're going to turn right. And we made excellent time. A whole 50 minutes before 3. So I have time to pee and eat something and organize my stuff. And yep, we're going in here. Here we are. So as of right now, we're here all alone. Have some stuff unpacked. There's dirty clothes hanging. I don't know if I'll be wearing any of those. But it looks like you get muddy in the caves. So we'll see when anyone else shows up, but yeah, it's nice with a little break. The gear room. Okay, well, this is obviously the cave entrance.
Yeah, so the green dot is above us.
But this is about 1 kilometer ish, or what?
We've got about 4.2 kilometres of passage in total.
Oh, okay.
But our trip is only about 2 kilometres. As the Ice Age started to retreat down the valley, there was a big chunk of ice in the entrance to the cave, and then as that started to melt, it then started to create the cave. There's only 3 main types of rock in here. There are 2 types of marble. One is a very coarse grained marble, which looks a bit like a sugar cube. You can literally break it in some places with your hands. It's very, very coarse, very brittle. The other type of marble that we have is slightly finer, but it still can't be polished and cut like Italian marble to be turned into worktops and posh floor tiles. The other main rock that's in here is iron ore, and that probably makes up about 40 to 45% of the rock in this cave. So what we're going to do, we're going to go down here, we're going to go across to the right, and then we're going to go across to the left, and then that will then take us into the cave.
Yeah, we'll see how my motorcycle boots do here.
The best way to go down is feet first and on your knees, and then you can put your knee pads on the ice, and then you can just traverse across until you've got to the bottom of the icy slope. So if we just make our way across this ledge, the easiest way to do it is to have your feet on the big level and then have your knees on this level, and then you can just work your way across. Again, that water comes from the surface, which is now about another 400 metres above us, and then works its way through the Green cave system to then come to here. So this was there was no gap in between where it comes from out there and this bit. In April, this thing at its smallest diameter was over 1 metre round, and it looked really cool. But now, unfortunately, it decided it was going to give up. This is only the second time that anybody can remember this actually melting in the summer. So as I said before, it's been the second hottest summer in Norwegian records. And then in between that, you've got a layer of sandstone, and that really dark layer is the iron ore, and then again underneath it, you've then got the sandstone. So that is quite typical of how this system is made up. So you can start to see where the iron ore nodules are just protruding out.
Oh yeah, I see that.
That's the sandstone. So it's quite cool.
I had no idea that iron ore could kind of integrate itself into sandstone like that.
No, I didn't until I started working down here. And so we're going to go up the ladder, and then that's going to take us to our next level. And then step across onto that bit. You can avoid the really slippery bit. This is quite a cool place to see the geology of our cave. You can see that the rock is all sloping down in one particular angle, in one direction. All the rock in this part of Norway is roughly of an angle between 8 and 11 degrees. You have the tectonic plates. So you've got the American tectonic plate on one side, and then you've got the European tectonic plate on this side. So as the American plate has come across, it hit the European plate, and it had a choice. You could either go over the top of it or you could go under it. And the American plate found the weakness and actually went underneath. That's why all the rock generally goes in one direction here. And then you can just go into this big area here.
Sure thing. Right. And this water's origin, or did you say that was glacial, or no?
No.
No, this is just...
So this water has travelled through the Trondheim system from the surface.
Okay.
This is one spot in the cave where we know water comes out from. So when it's heavy rain, there's another one just around the corner there.
Oh, okay. Bubbles. And all this stuff on the ceiling is just dirt from above ground, or what? Okay.
So if you look at this thing here, you can see how much there actually is.
Yeah.
So if you look at this one,
Oh, okay.
you can see all the debris. It's almost been sandwiched, and then the layers of iron ore are pushed in opposite directions to create this zigzag pattern in the marble. It's quite cool.
On the E6.
Yeah.
But the straight line?
The circle? Yeah. Yeah, that's where you can move the side of the place, yeah.
Yeah, about 2 hours and we're out again.
Yeah, they kind of have to move up at the Arctic Circle centre. They kind of have to move the sculpture they've got of the Arctic Circle. They have to move that.
Yeah.
So it's kind of in the right place.
I can't remember how much the Arctic Circle actually moves every year, but I think it's maybe 2 meters or something like this. Yeah, those were the caves. That was the first real cave system I've ever been in. And that guy, the tour guide, I can't remember his name, but he could talk about a lot of different stuff. I think some of the German people that were with us, they did not understand English very well. And the tour guide, he's from the UK, so he only spoke English. And he rambled on about some things that had completely nothing to do with the cave, which, yeah, he was super chill. But I wonder what the Germans think. now we're going to the store. And the tour guide said that potentially this small store, the Joker, has some freeze-dried meals. I'm a little skeptical, but see if he's right. And as far as camping goes, I don't know exactly what I'm going to do, how far I'm going to drive tonight, when I want to find a camping spot. That will be decided after the store visit. What can we find in here? Let's see, isbjörn, that's what we want. Yeah, that should be good. Hey, son. Hi. Ja, tack så mycket. So we are on our way to check out the campground. This morning I originally thought that we would pass the Arctic Circle today. If this campground checks out, then that will have to happen tomorrow. It looks like it's going to rain. Yeah, I don't know, maybe a lot during the night, but by 8 o'clock it should stop, and hopefully it's just cloudy for the rest of the day then, and we have dry roads. So 20 minutes, and then we'll see what the campgrounds look like. Oh shit, what a place this is. Do I really want to camp here? I don't know. I saw nice pictures of the river. I want nice pictures. Oh, there's tons of trees. Tons of trees. This looks great.
Your destination is on the left.
This looks... Oh, there is already a slack line. School. So you know how a cow wags its tail around to get all the bugs off? That's pretty much how I feel right now, like a cow wagging its tail because of all the mosquitoes and gnats. If only I had a tail. So this is where I'm thinking I'll make some food and have a beer or two. Not too bad. The water's super clear. It almost looks like it's formed a heart shape down there. There's more extreme water kind of over the edge there. Maybe I'll try to get there later. Maybe we'll have a peek. Oh yeah. And look at this place to swim. Right on the edge. It couldn't be better. It is now food time. The question is this a place where the mosquitoes won't get me? And then we have some risotto. Good morning, it's 10 o'clock. Overslept a little bit longer than I wanted to. This is what it looks like outside. We have some low-lying clouds down in the valley and a wet motorcycle. I'm gonna try to pack up all my stuff as quickly as possible and leave. Day number 4, we're off again. 370 kilometers to Narvik. Should be there by 5. It's already 11:30, so I left really late today. Much later than I wanted to. But we're gonna have to cover as much ground as possible anyway, because I would really like to get to Nordkapp in 2 days' time. That would make it much more feasible coming home again. It was raining just 20 minutes ago and now the sun's out again. I have luckily put all of my rain stuff kind of in the uppermost layer of my packing. So I will easily be able to get to it. Just whenever it looks like it's just about to start raining, I'll stop and put on the jacket and the glove covers. I really hate those glove covers. The ones I got in Trondheim seem to be a little bit better than the ones that I forgot at home. The ones I had before, there was just so much flappage, they were just so gigantic that you just lost, you had no dexterity whatsoever in the hands. Really terrible. These ones are a little bit better though, so maybe I won't mind them so much. Yeah, these road tolls really build up if you're driving a car, or especially a truck, from the very southern part of the country to the very northern part of the country. If you're going to drive that route, then it must be 1,000 or 2,000 crowns. I don't know if they charge you, if you've already been charged on the previous one, maybe you get some of the next ones free. I don't really know how it works, but I also don't need to know how it works because I'm on a motorcycle. See, is this... I wonder why... This is the E6, they can't have this closed during the winter. I couldn't really read what the booms were for, but... A lot of mountain roads, at least the smaller ones, are closed during, for like 6 months during the winter. I'm sure they get tons of snow up here. But considering it's the E6, I really have a hard time believing that they close the road. And once again, we can see the railroad. So I just passed the sign that says the Arctic Circle is in 2 kilometers. I know that that's not the real Arctic Circle. The Arctic Circle moves something like 2 meters every year, and it was quite a long time ago that they placed the monument and the Arctic Circle Center. So if I'm not mistaken, it's about 2 or hello friend, not 2 kilometers, but a few hundred meters further north or south, I don't know. It's not there anyway. We're gonna have to check it out real quick.